Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. August 9th. Of all persons we had harmed, and became willing to make amends to them all. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 77. One of the key words in the 8th step is the word all. I am not free to select a few names from the list and to disregard others. It is a list of all persons I have harmed. I can see immediately that this step entails forgiveness because if I'm not willing to forgive someone, there is little chance I will place his name on the list. Before I placed the first name on my list, I said a little prayer. I forgive anyone and everyone who has ever harmed me at any time and under any circumstances. It is well for me to contemplate a small but very significant two-letter word every time the Lord's Prayer is said. The word is as. I ask, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. In this case, as means in the same manner. I am asking to be forgiven in the same manner that I forgive others. As I say this portion of the prayer, if I am harboring hatred or resentment, I am inviting more resentment when I should be calling on the spirit of forgiveness. Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, August 9th. Before coming to Al-Anon, I never felt I could be myself around other people. I was too busy trying to be what I thought others wanted me to be, afraid people wouldn't accept me the way I am. But with my first Al-Anon meeting, I felt at ease. Members talked about common characteristics that I recognized in myself. They're talking about themselves, but they're describing me, I thought. I'm not crazy after all. Meetings helped me to realize that there were many people in this world like me, people who had been affected by another's alcoholism. I didn't have to lie to people in these meetings, and eventually I learned that I didn't have to lie to anyone, anywhere. I came to see that I can live my life for inner peace and not for outward appearances. Today's reminder. Living with joys and problems affirms my membership in the human race. What sets me apart is the path on which I have been placed to walk. No one can walk it for me, nor can I change my path to suit anyone else. There is a quote out of As We Understood, and it reads, "The shell that had enclosed my life, that had prevented me from living and loving, has cracked, and the power of the Al-Anon program is filling the void that for years kept me at a distance from life." Just for today. Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, August 9th. The Power of Love. We begin to see that God's love has been present all the time, just waiting for us to accept it. Basic text, page 47. God's love is the transforming power that drives our recovery. With that love, we find freedom from the hopeless, desperate cycle of using, self-hatred, and more using. With that love, we gain a sense of reason and purpose in our once purposeless lives. With that love, we are given the inner direction and strength we need to begin a new way of life, the NA way. With that love, we begin to see things differently as with the new eyes. As we examine our lives through the eyes of love, we make what may be a startling discovery. The loving God we've so recently come to understand has always been with us and has always loved us. We recall the times when we asked for the aid of a higher power and were given it. We even recall times when we didn't ask for such help, yet were given it anyway. We realize that a loving higher power has cared for us all along, preserving our lives till the day when we could accept that love for ourselves. The power of love has been with us all along. Today we are grateful to have survived long enough to become consciously aware of that love's presence in our world and our lives. Its vitality floods our very being, guiding our recovery and showing us how to live. Just for today, I accept the love of a higher power in my life. I am conscious of that power's guidance and strength within me. Today I claim it for my own. Today, Emotions Anonymous, August 9th. Reflection for today. Many times I put off taking action I either needed to take or wanted to take because I was afraid. This behavior only made me more fearful. Taking responsible action can change my feelings toward myself and my surroundings. It is freeing to know I do not have to stay locked into my fears. The experiences I fear I need to face. As I face my fears, I grow in confidence and trust both my higher power and myself. Meditation for today. Help me to be aware today if I am putting off taking responsible action because I am afraid. Today I will remember putting off taking responsible action can lead me back into my symptoms. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. August 9th. Shame and blame. As ACA becomes a safe place for you, you will find freedom to express all the hurts and fears you have kept inside and to free yourself from the shame and blame that are carryovers from the past. BRB, page 590. The cycle of shame and blame was well established in our families of origin. We heard abusive words and or were physically punished. We emerged from all of this with an established sense of shame that included thinking of ourselves as defective, something is wrong with me, helpless, nothing can be done about this, alone, nobody else has this problem. As adults, some of us found that if we shifted blame to others, we could hide our own sense of shame. Some of us may have lashed out with extreme anger, not knowing where it came from, or used perfectionism, pride, people-pleasing, and approval-seeking to cover up our sense of shame. Some of us fell victim to addictions. In ACA, we come to appreciate that there is nothing wrong with us, that meetings, a sponsor, and consistently working the steps cannot overcome. Shame and blame give way to an understanding that we make mistakes, but we are not mistakes. We claim the identity that we are inherently good, even with all our perceived misgivings, warts, and dents. The affirmation reads, "On this day I will use my courage and honesty to break the generational bonds of shame and blame." Please share, like, subscribe. One day at a time.